Hey, Nikola. How are you?
Good,
Are you
good.
okay?
Got it.
Let's go. Thank you. What's your feelings, thoughts, and ambitions for your new situation in CSKA?
One of the biggest clubs for sure, maybe the biggest, and I'm really happy, I'm really excited, and because I heard so many good things about this team that they are like family over there. They're the great organization, that people from the club taking care of the players, whatever we need, and I'm really looking forward for the new season, and I'm really excited.
What was the main reason to choose CSKA? And what's your opinion, if you have, for Mr. Vatouten and for Greek coach to do this?
Yeah, I think they are great leaders, and from the I was asking people a lot who was playing there, who was playing for them, and everybody told me that they're amazing persons first of all, and they are also like family, and they will help you whatever you need, and I really like that. So like I said before, I am really excited about the new season. Never imagined that I will have a chance to play for their teams. I was just calm guy like I'm right now. I was just didn't look so much in the future, and when I signed with Olympiacos, I just remember my first day when I came with the team was in Croatia on a tournament, and I was immediately in the room with Printezis. I was something that I was watching him, and I was admiring him on TV. Suddenly I'm with him, and everything for me, it was some how to say, good shock for me. As you have signed, a strong 3 years deal with CSKA, is the NBA challenge yet in your mind, even though the Spurs obviously haven't moved for years in order to bring your station in the NBA? When I signed with the CSKA, my mind is now only, towards them. I'm just thinking about CSKA. I don't think now about NBA, because I know where I will be next season. So, maybe in the future, I will think again about going there, but right now in this moment, I'm just thinking about CSKA and trying to win one EuroLeague with them at least.
Lots of people were believing that sooner or later you will make the step to the NBA with the Spurs. So far that's not the case. Which is the main reason you haven't crossed the Atlantic Ocean throughout an era with many European players getting established in the best league of the world?
To go there, I need to be invited to go there. I never had something official from them. It was only just talking. They were never so serious in taking me, and I cannot go there just by myself. They need to show their will to bring me there. So, and they didn't in the previous year. So I don't regret it. They didn't call me because I spent 5 beautiful years here in Athens.
You have stated several times that you'd like to stay with Olympiacos. As it didn't happen, can you explain to us what didn't work well in this direction?
Everything worked well. It's just I consider Olympiacos like my family, and sometimes kid needs just to leave the family, and I gave myself for this team. I have big emotions towards Olympiacos. It was difficult for me when I was leaving CEF, but that chapter of my life is closed. I am looking forward for the new one, and I hope the new one will be, as interesting as my part in Athens was.
What was the specific moment you decided that you will not stay with Olympiacos and you will choose a new path and a new chapter for your life and your career?
There was not any specific moments. It was just big, will from side of CSKA. They wanted me so much. I had a feeling that they want me as hell, and honestly, I liked it. I felt good about it, and I thought it was maybe the time for me to change team and to see if, to try to play somewhere else.
As we're talking about this, I remember that the previous season, after the end of the Olympiacos season, there were some rumors that CSKA and Barcelona also were going to Olympiacos, and they required to stay at the buyout in order to sign you. Is this true, and what was your willing back then?
Yes, it was true. The team wanted to sign me. I think also at that moment was CSKA wanted to sign me so much. They also wanted to give buyout to Olympiacos, but Olympiacos said no in that moment. And I never go against them because I was under the contract. I always honor what I sign, and if that was their decision, I was fine with that, and I would just keep giving myself for Olympiacos.
How would you describe your campaign with the Reds and what the club means to you in a few words?
Yeah, it was great, amazing 5 years. I want to say thank you to all the people that I work with, starting from the presidents who believed in me and who bring me to this team, and also to coach Sferopoulos, who gave me the chance and who also believed in me. So if they were not in this team, maybe I could never have this chance to play on such a high level. So they will always be big part of my career, and they will be always they will always have a special place in my heart.
Which of your coaches so far has helped you more to develop your mental and basketball abilities?
All of them. I can start from a young age, from my first coach when I just started to play basketball, Stevan Vitorovic, who helped me the most with some fundamentals, like main fundamentals. Then after I was going to Hemo Farm to work with Žarko Vučurović, who is famous to work with young players. Then after 2 years there, I go to Belgrade to work with Duško Vjošević, who was in my opinion, the best coach for the young kids who are just coming, in the professionals, to be professionals. And then after that, Sferopoulos, Coach Blat, Kemzura, and on the end Bardzokas. I want to say thank you to all of them, because all of them helped me and all of them supported me all the time.
Which is the best leader you have experienced throughout your career from your teammates list?
It's easy, Vasilis Panoulis, he's number one, and it will be difficult to find better leader than him.
Why?
Because his presence in the locker room, presence on the court, presence on the practices, he always wants to be a winner, no matter what. He's a born leader, and I'm really happy that I had a chance to play in the team with him.
Your best teammate in Olympiacos basketball-wise, and your most favorite as a personality of the court?
The guy that I hang out the most was Vezenkov, but I also need to mention Papanikolaou in parentheses. Papanikolaou helped me the most. He was the one, who helped me, feel better here in Athens. you know, and everything started from, you know, his arrival to Olympiacos.
It has been 16 months since Olympiacos decided not to participate in the Greek league anymore. So, as time flies, how do you see now that decision?
Yeah, like I said on the beginning, you know, our owners decided something like this, and you know, I fully respected it, and you know, I honored their wish to play only EuroLeague. So it was not up to me; it was, you know, up to them. So I do it whatever they say.
You know, you seem a calm guy, but several times during Greek derbies, it turned out that you weren't able to control yourself and your emotions 100%. You know, we have seen you arguing a bit with the refs, getting on nerves. We have seen you being fouled out in a very short period of playing time. What's your opinion now? You are comfort and calm, and do you believe that as you're getting older and more experienced and matured, you would have handled it in a different way?
Yeah, maybe, you know, I was too emotional sometimes, and I think, you know, I'm over it. I think, you know, I will react differently right now, and you know, I'm more mature now, and I don't believe I will act the same as before.
How much room do you think you have to improve your game, and which element of your skill set you need to work more?
I can improve more, and you know, the one thing that I'm trying is to add, you know, middle range shot, to improve that part of my game, and you know, all the other parts of the game that I was using, you know, to improve them, you know, to be even better than they were before.
Let's talk a little bit about the national team. You know, the basketball world was pretty sure that Serbia was going to succeed in the recent China World Cup with that kind of roster. What went wrong, and are you satisfied with your role and your performances and impact on the national team?
Honestly, I was not so satisfied with my role, but you know, it was decision of my coach, and I fully accept it. And you know, I'm a little bit sad because you know, I really believed we could achieve more. We had a great team, you know, we had a great players, and I really believe that this team deserved to go, you know, at least to fight for the medal, not to finish like we finished.
Which is the best Serbian player of all time for Nikola?
You know, it's really tough question because we had so many good players. It was so many good players from Serbia came, and you know, it's tough to pick one. But if I must to do it, you know, I will pick Nikola Jokic because the things that he was doing lately in NBA, you know, triple doubles and his performances. I don't believe it's easy to, you know, better than him.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe in the future somebody will come, but until now, you know, nobody was making that kind of stats like he's making right now.
Everybody says that if you want to be established in the NBA, first thing is the athleticism. So talking about Jokic, do you believe that, you know, he's the definition of the guy that he's rolling in the NBA as a superstar status without being, you know, so athletic? Is the answer to this fashion?
Yeah, I mean, he's something unique that you cannot see every day. You know, I practice with him. You know, you can see how much he knows basketball. He just have an amazing feeling for the, you know, passes, for the court vision, for everything. So, you know, he doesn't need, you know, this athleticism to do this kind of thing that he's doing. So, and the things that he's doing he's doing it on the amazing level, maybe the best on the world right now. So, you know, he's just something unique. I don't believe, you know, any player could do these things.
Have you felt, you know, that kind of connection and that there is something more than appreciation and chemistry between Serbs and Greeks?
Personally, for me, you know, I felt, you know, amazing here in Greece. You know, Greek people, you know, take me as their own, and you know, they really, you know, I mean, this is my opinion. They really loved me, and I don't know if that is the case also for the people who are coming from other countries, but you know, in my case, you know, I could feel it that, you know, they like Serbians, and also, you know, vice versa, you know, Serbians really love Greece. Like I loved, you know, a lot of people from Greece. You know, I think we are similar mentality. You know, we are similar people, and you know, I think this is why we like each other.
And because you are both Balkans, have you any kind of reaction throughout your 5 years, you know, for fans of opponent teams like to boo you? we will do that or something, like cursing you.
This is also, also one thing that is in Serbia, between Partizan and the rest of fans. It's here, Olympiacos, Panathinaikos.
Is it the same level of hateness?
It's.
I don't like the word hateness, of competition.
Yeah. You can also say hateness,
Yes,
but it's, pretty much the same rivalry. And what I saw in Serbia, I'm seeing here in Greece. So, I see why we are similar.
Which game or maximum 2 games you have lost throughout your career you will choose to play again if you had that chance?
There is 2 games. One is, there is many games. All the games that we lost. I would like to play again. But
let's go with 2.
Yeah, with the 2, it's finals of the Final Four. When we play against Fenerbahce in Istanbul, and the game when I was playing for Partizan, semi-finals of the Adriatic League against Cedevita, when we lost in the last shot of Nolan Smith in the last second, and we didn't made it to play in EuroLeague next season, and it was really painful for everybody in that moment. When I was watching that ball, and when I saw that ball goes in, everything was dark in my head, and I think I will never forget that loss. For me, it was the most difficult when I was watching my teammates playing when I was off the court. That was something that I was sweating more than I was on the court. So for me, the most difficult moments, when I am not with them and when I cannot help them. I also remember the games now that I was injured, when they play against Panathinaikos, the game home, when I couldn't be, part of the team. It was really tough for me. It was really difficult because I wanted so bad to play that game. But okay, I was happy in the end because we won that game and everything goes well.
You have a habit, when you finish with dunks, to raise up your knees. You do it, if you dunk 10 times after diving or whatever, you will raise up your knees and you will do exactly the same movement.
It's not something that I'm doing on purpose, it just happened. My body maybe is doing automatically, and it's not, when I'm going to dunk, I need to raise my knees. It's not like this.
As in your Instagram farewell post for Olympiacos, you said it's not the end, it's not the end. If one day you had to pick Partizan or Olympiacos for your last retirement season, which club of those you would select for your farewell season?
Let's see, when that day comes, what I will pick. I don't want to say something now, and maybe in the future, I will change my mind. I have something in my mind, but I just don't want to say it right now.
Maybe to split it into retirement seasons, one here and one in Belgrade.
I will just tell you that I love Athens. I love being here. It's for sure my favorite city, and I would really like to be back here one day, but I don't know if that will be my retirement or not, but I would like to come back to Olympiacos.